From Gale and Tom Benson Arena on the campus of Jesuit High School, it is the Catholic League Wrestling District Championships 2020. And a pleasant good afternoon to you, Ken Trahan, joined by the coach, Craig Kettleson, and Joshua Tapia, as we bring you the action today in 14 weight classes as individual championships are set to be decided. As we await the final, some consolations will be taking place as well. Of course, this district meet restarted 3 years ago. We've been fortunate to bring it to you every year, and I think it's a great thing because it brings all 6 schools in this district that wrestle together. One final really good look before the state championships in Bossier City coming up in 2 weeks. It's great to have Craig Kettleson with us again this year. Of course, the longtime coach at St. Paul's, 30 years at St. Paul's, 350 wins, 20 parish championships, 10 district titles, 2 state championships, 24 individual titleists, and of course guided St. Paul's to state championships in back-to-back years in Division II. Decided to retire and make all the big money about a year and a half ago or so. Craig, great to have you with us. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Yeah, I'm excited to see some really good, high-quality wrestling today.
And again, this being reinstituted a couple years ago is a really good idea because, number one, there's great wrestling schools in this league, first off. Secondly, it really does give you a pretty clear picture about what we're looking at heading into Bossier City in 2 weeks.
Absolutely, and it gives kids a chance to tune up, as you said, before the state meet, and one last chance to maybe change the seeding here and there going into the state championships.
Looking forward to seeing what happens. Of course, let's update people right away. Up until this point, to no surprise, Brother Martin, the leader, at 199.5 points. Jesuit second at 156. Maybe that's a little bit of a surprise. Holy Cross just a half point behind, though, at 155.5. Archbishop Shaw at 105. John Curtis Christian 86, and Archbishop Rummel 83. The good news is we'll have a wrestler from at least every school, at least one will represent each school in the final. So that's a good thing, Craig, to see people from each school in the final.
Yeah, and again, it shows the strength of our school and our area, this Catholic League district. You know, even though they're in different divisions, there's high-quality wrestling up and down the district here.
Well, it's great to have Joshua Tapia with us as well from CrescentCitySports.com. Part of 3 state championship teams at Brother Martin High School not too long ago. Went to Briarcliff University and wrestled. And Josh, of course, very knowledgeable about the sport and loving the sport. Well, it's great to have you with us, first of all. I know you're looking forward to this, right?
Yeah. All year I've been looking forward to this match. And we got some wrestling starting off here with our sophomore, Brother Martin, and a phenomenal sophomore over here as well. Freshman, and Glenn Price had a phenomenal year. And from Shaw, his record is phenomenal. All year I've been impressed with both of these wrestlers, and I'm excited to see this match right here.
Yeah, this is first place match. Mason Nelsonson of Brother Martin, who's 27-6. Hayden Tassan of Shaw, who's 40-9. Tassan's a 9th grader. Didn't compete in state last year. And boy, what a great future he has. And Nelsonson, of course, part of that championship team, just a sophomore. So a couple of young ones here, Craig.
Yeah, but they're young, but they have some high-quality wrestling experience under their belt. I know both of those names from the time they were kids. I see Elsonson there with a little, looks like the Shaw kid was a little heavy on the head, and Elsonson snapped him down. He's behind for 2.
Yeah, they got the 2-pointer immediately a minute into the first round. This is the first title match. It's at 106 pounds. We've got 14 weight classes, and starting at 106 here. Now, when you look at things today, there are 5 defending state champions on teams that are here today, including 2 from Holy Cross, the brothers, Evan Frost and Jacob Frost. And then, of course, Brother Martin with Logan Bertot, Alex Duncan, and Mason Massicott, all of whom are defending champions. The defending team champions in state, Brother Martin, Parkway, and Bazille. Parkway moving up to Division I this year along with Live Oak, so that's going to make Division I deeper, Craig, and it's going to make Division II more competitive.
Oh, yeah, it'll be exciting. It's always good to add new teams to the mix, and, yeah, it'll create some exciting matchups.
All right, Josh, what are we looking at so far with Elsonson and Tassan? Kind of a stalemate?
So, yeah, Mason's, working on the top here. He's going to look to break him down. He's doing a phenomenal job just kind of controlling the match. Short time here, and Mason's just going to be smart wrestler, like all year round, and just kind of ride him out and go into the second period.
One of the things we should mention too, Craig, is the fact that Archbishop Shaw continues to ascend every year in wrestling, and they had a signature dual meet victory over Jesuit earlier this week.
Yeah, that was amazing, and I happened to look at some of the records of their kids on my way in this morning, and they had 8 kids in here. All of them had really kind of gaudy records.
Impressive, very impressive.
several finalists, too, including in 113, which we'll get into next. But this match is going to period 2. Elsinson up 2-0, and Tassin in the up position. Elsinson will look to get the escape as quickly as possible and wrestle. And meanwhile, Tassin will try to ride him as long as possible and see what he can accomplish. A pretty good matchup. Again, Tassin's won 40 matches this year, and some of it's relative to competition, but here's a great move here. Elsinson really being able to take advantage of over-aggressiveness. And sometimes when you get in that position where you start in the up position and you get a little bit over-aggressive, it can cost you dearly.
Yeah, that was just, that was just solid technique for Elsinson. Stand up, got really good hand control, and then hit a switch on the way down. So he's now on top and has a wrist, and he's in control.
Today's coverage is presented in part by Ye Old College Inn, a true New Orleans farm-to-table restaurant, open Tuesday through Saturday for dinner, and the home of the New Orleans Prep Sports Hall of Fame. That's Ye Old College Inn. Thanks to John Blanchard and his outstanding crew at College Inn for their support. Very close by where we're at today, right down Carrollton Avenue, is College Inn. So again, second period halfway through now, and Elsinson thus far in control 4-0, and thus far Tassin's really not come close to being able to score.
Yeah, and just looking at this match right here, both wrestlers are wrestling tough. Elsinson obviously has the experience. Brother Martin's phenomenal going out of state and wrestling and getting that experience, because that's honestly, Coach, you know that. You get better wrestling out of state rather than in state. So Elsinson doing a really good job on top, riding on top, and he's doing a phenomenal job, just holding them down. 40 seconds left here in the second period.
Yeah, he definitely has established control over the match at this point. And the freshman, while the freshman is game and he's working really hard, it's just this at this point it looks like it's no match for Elsinson.
And I must say, Shaw's program, we talked about this earlier. It's kind of haven't been talked about all season, and they've done a phenomenal job. I know they're in Division II, but they're doing a phenomenal job with their wrestlers coming up and making themselves a statement in the Catholic League.
Absolutely.
As the second period winding down, Elson's been able to ride him out for the entire 2 minutes, which is no small accomplishment. And that's going to, of course, take away the opportunity for an escape. And to change things here, just has 4 more seconds to finish off the second period. And Nelsonson again in control. Tassin has really been stymied to this point in time, but only down 4-0. So he's certainly, and there it is.
Speak of it.
With 4 seconds left, you figure there's no chance.
Nope, they didn't give him
it to him.
That's why I love this sport. Anything can happen.
Well, he got away, but unless you escape completely, you don't have any hand control of any sort, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, hit an awesome Granby right off the whistle with 4 seconds left. That would have been bad points for Elsinson to give up there right at the end of the round.
Right. Instead, he's continuing to ride him out as the third period continues, and seemingly in good position here to be able to take the title at 106 pounds as the first final is underway here. You have 113 pounds to follow. And, looking at form to this point and what's happened in terms of who got to the finals, no real big surprises at all.
No. Seems to be true to form, no major upsets. And, Brother Martin is a dominant force.
Nelson's just continue to ride him, and Tassin just unable to really get any movement at all to try to get to his feet.
And I've been in the room for Brother Martin, and those guys, that's what the coaches preach. Riding on top is something essential in wrestling. And if you can hold somebody down, that's huge in a match, And Elsonson's doing a great job over there.
Talk about the transition. Robbie Dautrieve, legendary coach, who did a phenomenal job and coached you, and the guy that Craig and I know very well, and one of the greatest coaches in Louisiana wrestling history, stepping away after last year, and yet new coach comes in. I want you to talk about him and how Brother Martin hasn't missed a beat.
Yeah, Andrew Nicola, he's a great coach. He's got an impressive resume. I've been in the room myself. My brother's there, so I kind of go in here and there. And just watching the transition from Dautrieve when he was there, phenomenal coach. He's obviously made his mark on the sport. And it was sad to see him go, but he definitely is the man when it comes to wrestling. But seeing Nicola coming in, Coach Nicola, come in and just take over the program. Obviously, Brother Martin's still on top. They went to the Classic, won the Classic, got upset by St. Paul's early in the season. A lot of people were talking, Brother Martin was going to fall off early, but obviously the season's not over still. That still can happen, and he's done a phenomenal job, I would say, at this point.
Yeah, I think as you're looking ahead, certainly Brother Martin, St. Paul's, maybe not necessarily in that order, but go ahead to state, those two are certainly right there. It's going to be 3 or 4 other schools. I think Catholic High is coming on pretty strong too lately, and there's some public schools I think that are pretty good too, Greg.
Oh yeah, and Holy Cross is actually, they placed real well at the Louisiana Classic. Yeah, that was a really well wrestled match for Mason.
He wins 4-0, shuts out Tassin. Hard to post a shutout. He did. Tassin hung tough and defended well, just wasn't able to get anything done on the offensive end. So your first champion for the Catholic League here in 2020 is Mason Elsonson of Brother Martin at 106 pounds. Now here comes a great match at 113. Evan Frost, definite favorite. He's a defending state champ, 42-1. And a 10th grader, but Glenn Price is also 42-1 and a 10th grader. Two different divisions, Division I, Division II, and again, Price a 4.1 GPA. These are two terrific wrestlers.
Oh yeah, and this is one I'm actually was looking forward to the whole time because these guys faced off in the Classic, and Frost dominated Price in the finals. So this is one I was excited to see Price come back right before state.
Yeah, give himself a chance here. Again, the Frost brothers are just tremendous. Last year, 3 Frosts winning state titles,
Phenomenal.
Which is unbelievable to watch that happen.
Some type of record. Some type of record. It has to be.
It is. I'm sure it is.
3 brothers.
Have you had brothers win state titles?
No.
Yeah.
Well, yes, we did. Boyce, Ben Boyce, and David Boyce. Not at the same time. Though,
right,
like these
different
guys
times. Yeah. Just remarkable, boy. As a coach, man, it's like, you got any more brothers? Come on, man. All the folks at Holy Cross and the great tradition that they have. I mean, when you think about wrestling in Louisiana, Holy Cross 28 state championships, Jesuit 21, Brother Martin 18. Certainly the 3 dominant programs in Louisiana for a long time. And the names are synonymous. Brother Melkia, Sam Harnson-Cram.
Legends.
And I mentioned Robbie Dotry previously, Ray Charbonneau prior to that, and obviously some tremendous names. Got the leg here.
Frost with a takedown.
Boy, not only a takedown, but near exposure. He's got a chance to turn him here.
Wow. And that's what we were talking about earlier, how Frost is so dominant. I mean, this guy is just phenomenal. He's only a sophomore, and the experience he has, it's wonderful to watch this kid.
Yeah, he's definitely wrestles like a senior, like a veteran wrestler already. That was really nice. Finish the takedown straight to near fall. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, strong, quick. So a 2-point takedown, 3-point near fall. So a 5-0 commanding lead here late first for the favorite, Frost over Price. Again, Price has only lost once, and we know who that was to this year, to this wrestler he's wrestling right now. And again, in state, they won't see each other because they're in different divisions, and frankly, both are favored to win state championships in Bossier City in 2 weeks.
Absolutely, Ken. And then, talking about Evan again, I know the Frost brothers are a package deal, and they're both great and everything, but I have to give Evan the slight edge. I think he's probably the better wrestler of the two. Evan's a great wrestler. He goes out there and dominates the match. Every match he wrestles, and it's phenomenal to watch him.
So up position now to start the second for Price. Whistle before they start. See how quick Frost is off the bottom.
So Frost trying to get off a bottom, fighting those hands, and he's in great position, and that's what he exactly wants to do. Going for a Granby. Price riding him very well.
Yep, Price got hand control and hooked that ankle on the Granby. That's really good defense right there.
And I love this about Price. He's a tough kid. He's not backing down. Gives up the escape.
Yeah, but he had to work for it. That was really good.
Yeah.
That was good wrestling.
So gets the escape and has a 6-point lead here. Early second, and Price tries to shoot
Price
the leg.
in on a leg.
Yeah, but Frost kneels down on him, stymieing him in this particular instance, and at some point referees will separate things if they see nothing happening.
He got that shin whizzers, he got the arm locked up, so he should get out of this.
Oh, nice.
Frost now getting hold of Price's leg as well, trying to turn him.
He's moving into the advantage position there with this.
Wow.
Price is in trouble here.
Not just quick, but strong.
Wow.
And there's another 2-pointer. So Frost in total control here.
Wow, and Frost is smart wrestler again, like we mentioned earlier. He wasn't going to give up the stalemate there. He's going to work to continue because that's what the referees are looking for. You have 2 referees on the mat at all times for the finals, and they want to see action, especially in these low weights.
Yeah, he turned a shot on his leg into a score for him, so that's good wrestling.
So approaching 30 seconds left in the second period here. No problem for Frost thus far with Price. Glad you're watching live at CrescentCitySports.com. As we speak, Ken Trahan, Craig Kettleson, Joshua Tapia with you, and Chip and Matt Merritt bringing you the pictures and doing a great job as always for us. So Frost is going to maintain his dominance here through 2 periods with an 8-0 lead over Price heading to the third. And if you're not satisfied with one Frost, you're going to see another in the next championship match with Jacob Frost to follow at 120 pounds against Chris Charles of Jesuit. That's up next.
All right, so I thought the other Shaw kid would have maybe chose neutral in the third round, like he did us, another shot on the leg there. Remember last time Frost scored from this position.
Correct, yeah.
But so he chose neutral. Frost has an 8-0 advantage, which is an extra half a team point, which is very important. So he wants to maintain that edge.
The majority decision and looking for at least that, if not a tech fall.
Right.
And obviously the fall ultimately hasn't come close to a fall as of yet, but he's had a couple of compromising positions that could put him in that situation.
And yeah, like Ken mentioned earlier, both these wrestlers aren't going to meet at state. They obviously met at the Classic, and Frost dominated him like he's doing right now. But Glenn Price, he's in Division II, great wrestler, and he'll probably win the state championship there like he did last year, and Frost will probably win it as well. But this is a great match. I know it's a blowout, but both great wrestlers, and this is what happens when you face a phenomenal wrestler.
Some of the public schools in Division I that we can look for in Bossier City this year that have been good this year.
I'm trying to think. Como is usually a real solid. East Ascension is going to be good. They have some really, really good wrestlers.
Oh, yeah.
That are there. Santamall is also has a solid
Zachary.
team. Zachary is coming on with Coach Pierre there. Yeah, they got some athletes over in Zachary. Holy cow.
Yep, Coach Pierre is doing a great job. I was actually talking to him at the Ken Cole last weekend or 2 weekends ago, and he's done a phenomenal job for his 2 or 3 years he's been over there.
JP's a good man. Archbishop Rummel grad who head coach at Mandeville, did a great job against your teams for several years. Then at Brother Martin working with Coach Dotrieve prior to going to Zachary and trying to build the same kind of program that he's been able to watch and be part of at Brother Martin previously. So this one winding down, it's a 10-0 major decision for Frost, it looks like, to take it home. And
they'll get some near fall here.
13 pounds. Let's see if he gets some points here. And still waiting for a single, and there it should be a 2, and it is. So that'll make the final score 12-0 Evan Frost, your champion at 113 pounds. As no surprise there, Price has lost only twice this year, both times to Frost. He won't have to deal with him again this year, so he's happy about that. Good showing nonetheless for Price to reach the final. Now we'll get to 120 pounds and the final. And Jacob Frost of Holy Cross at 42-2, the sophomore, defending state champion, will be up against Chris Charles of Jesuit, a senior, and up 2-10. And this would be a massive upset if Charles could pull this up. But to get to the finals at his home gymnasium, certainly very substantive. And now we watch the brother Frost. What's the difference between the two here? Well, what do you see?
So far, they're pretty similar. They both like to work out of the short offense here from the front headlock, working the ankles. So, I mean, as of right now, again, some of it's dependent on the opponent, but I don't see much difference. They both look like they're pretty similar in their short offense. Jacob here is putting a leg in, which might be a little different than Evan, but both just pretty tough wrestlers.
Oh, yeah, and Jacob, I mean, it feels like I'm deja vu out here. I mean, both guys exactly the same. And look at Jacob right there going for the pin early in the first period, minute 13 left. And it looks like he's going to get a lot of back points off of this one.
Should. I want to also give Price credit, too. Price has a 4.25 GPA.
Wow.
I always want to mention when academic accomplishments come into play, and Glenn Price certainly fits that bill extremely well. That's always putting a smile on my face.
Of course. Balancing academics and athletics is no easy task, and to go to a school is hard enough. So to add sports on that, travel, all that, and cutting weight as well in this sport as well, I mean, that's phenomenal.
Craig's been an unusual year for Jesuit in wrestling. I mean, not the dominant team we've seen. They have a very fine coach in Sheridan Moran. Probably young, and obviously need to grow this program a little bit again, right?
Yeah. I think they had several seniors and some tough upper weights last year, as I recall, and they lost those guys, and looks like they're kind of in a rebuilding year. As you said, Coach Sheridan Moran has proven that he can do it at the Division I level, and it's just a matter of getting those numbers up and getting kids out.
Frost with a chance here.
Short time here. Possibly could get it here.
Clock running out in the first period.
Charles
rolled
has
out of it a little bit.
Bridge.
Wow.
So that'll be a 3. So it's an 8-0 lead after 1 for Jacob Frost in command here at 120 pounds. Boy, the next match will be a terrific match at 126. Really looking forward to that. Raheem Bonnet, the real star of the Archbishop Shaw team, against Ethan Castex, a terrific wrestler for Brother Martin. That'll be one of the better matches, one of the ones I'd circle that I was really looking forward to. Form held.
Yeah,
There's your escape for Frost.
Castex has turned it on this year, especially after the Classic. So, yeah, I'm excited for that one.
All right, and Frost is really being aggressive here. He was up and out and then right back in on the leg, got the takedown. So he's about to tech this guy.
Well, now he's got an exposure. He's already at 10, and this would be 3 more if he can hold it.
Yeah.
And
yeah, these Frost boys.
It might be 11 if it was 8-0.
There's your 3, so it's
there's 11.
There's
and then
11,
3
so
more
now
is
14. So one more,
This
will be it right here. Technical fall is 15 points, and that'll do it right there. So a final at 120 pounds. Jacob Frost with a tech fall, 16-0 over Chris Charles. No real surprise there. Now comes a terrific matchup. I'm really looking forward to this one. Could go either way. Raheem Bonnet, Archbishop Shaw, the senior at 39-5. Ethan Castex, the junior, at 28-8. Both were second in the state a year ago in their respective classes. And both are experienced, smart, tough wrestlers.
Yeah, Castex, I mean, to see him win the state championship this year would probably be so rewarding for him. I mean, he's placed twice as a freshman and a sophomore, and lost actually to the Frost boy last year. So to see him actually win the Classic this year would be phenomenal. So.
And Craig, you were commenting earlier, Bonnet is a really good athlete.
Yeah, he is an athletic, strong, and quick. And again, beat Laureano from Holy Cross in the semis, who's no easy mark. Laureano's a tough wrestler.
Him, yeah, he really stopped him cold, shut him out.
And he wrestled, looks like we got no points there. Might have been 2 in NCAAs. But.
Yeah, slight advantage Bonnet early on, but no points.
Oh,
good job by Castex to shoot the leg.
That's a good way to stop those super athletic guys, is to attack them. You know, like I guess like basketball, full court press people don't like to be pressed, you know.
Absolutely, Coach. And Castex doing a great job right here. He'll probably have to hook the leg right here and then actually push off on that quadricep of Raheem to get this takedown.
Bonnet, very strong, is going to fight for this, I guarantee you.
Got to get that leg over his head.
Correct.
Hook that leg with that left, his right foot.
And now Bonnet able to.
Bonnet's holding tough. He's
holding
just so
really
strong.
tough here. He gets it back to basically a stalemate here. That's what I was just about to say. So great job by Bonnet to fend it off.
Yeah.
Prevent any score. Look, he shut out Laureano, and you can see why.
Yeah.
Defense every bit as important as offense in this sport.
Castex wrestling pretty tough here, trying to get a takedown underhook.
Right away. Like he should seem like he's effective when he stays aggressive on him, but if he hesitates and lets Bonnet get going.
Castex doing a great job, not staying on his knees, on his toes, staying squared, looking for an elbow pass.
Yep.
Yeah.
25 seconds left here in the first period.
Just trying to.
Like you said, Ken, it's a really exciting match, and it may come down to who's in better condition there at the end to keep this pace up.
Absolutely. And, you know, we're in about to enter February, and conditioning is definitely a factor, especially right before we get to the state championship.
Yep.
Break them at 7 seconds with no score here in the first. Good stuff here. Might get to the end of the period scoreless. And that's going to be the case. So now it becomes who gets the first escape. And can someone register a takedown? Of course, both will have an opportunity in the up position.
All right, Bonnet's choosing neutral again.
Yes, he is. That's interesting.
Yep.
Again, not looking
confident.
Very confident. Now, rather than taking the down position and taking the 1 point when you can get it, which you think he probably would get at some point.
You would think.
But he's confident in his ability here to go neutral.
And just like you mentioned earlier, he's athletic, so I feel like that's a great choice for him.
Yeah, just
Castex again gets that underbar, which has really neutralized Bonnet's offensive taking shots.
Except they hadn't scored in 2 minutes neutral, so I found that an interesting choice.
Castex rolling
just holding
around.
on to it. He's trying to get the legs around it.
He's got it. He has got it.
He needs to sit back.
He's got it.
He's got plenty of time. There's no need to rush this.
No.
Holy cow.
Bonnet just continues to use that strength in the right leg to fend him off, but for how long?
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Now he has a chance right here to take
He should roll him. But he should roll him. But and get the points.
He's yet to do it. Look at this. Look at Bonnet. Unbelievable move by Raheem. How strong is this kid? Takes a 2-0 lead.
Wow.
He was all but done to give up 2 points there, and instead he takes the lead, and now he's got Castex exposed.
On his back. Wow.
Got him on his back to win this match.
Well, we'll see how tough Castex is right
Should
now.
get the 3-pointer here at the very least, but he might pin it right here. Bonnet's got total control of this now.
Yep.
Raheem Bonnet is going to score a big win here, it appears, at 126, and he earned every inch of it.
Yeah,
there
that was amazing. That was a great counter to that. I really thought that Castex had the advantage there.
Same here. I really thought he was going to pin him with that cradle. It looked locked up, plenty of time, and Raheem athletic, just like you mentioned earlier.
3:22 the time, the pin for Raheem Bonnet, the Catholic League champion, at 126 pounds in a showdown with Ethan Castex. That was a good one, and now we get another outstanding Archbishop Shaw wrestler at 132. Ashton Surrency, brother of the head coach Brandon Surrency, against a very good Brother Martin wrestler and Connor Hoffman. Another good Shaw Brother Martin matchup here, guys.
Oh yeah, and I'm a phenomenal guy right here. Connor Hoffman kind of fell off last year by placing 4th at the state championship, and then the following year winning the state championship at 106. So Surrency's had a phenomenal year as well too. So I'm excited for this match as well.
Well, it's interesting to see Hoffman looks like he's a little bit like the Bonnet guy, where he's like super athletic and quick. He's in on a leg already. Surrency's like longer and taller, and Hoffman just used his quickness to just get down and up and behind Surrency, but he got 2.
So Surrency actually made the finals at the Classic, and obviously that tournament is no
Didn't get many points.
Easy.
Well, he's down, so they're going to give him the 2.
Got to give him the 2 points. It hasn't shown up
they just
yet.
hadn't shown up on the scoreboard.
There it is, just showed up. So Surrency last year, 3rd in state in Division II, and a favorite this year, gets his escape to make it 2-1. Hoffman, of course, as mentioned, experienced wrestler and a good one. So a 2-1 matchup here.
Surrency's going to have to use his length because Hoffman seems to be very quick. There it is.
Wow.
Quick low single there.
He did, and Hoffman doing a good job of getting down. Now trying to lock up. Surrency fights him off.
Hoffman should work off of that. Yep,
no doubt. Good job on both fronts here. Less than a minute to go in period 1. A 2-1 lead for Connor Hoffman.
There's the
Hoffman
work.
trying to work it. There it is. Beautiful job.
Yep.
Showed his quickness and gets a 4-1 lead here.
Throws the leg in right away.
He took advantage of Surrency's bad shot there. Surrency dropped down and reached a little bit, and Hoffman's incredible athletic ability took advantage of it.
And in Hoffman, I would say his strength is definitely from the front headlock. All season, if you watch his matches, you study him, that's where he feels comfortable.
And again, 2 wrestlers that will not face each other in state in different classifications. And people have asked that recently. What about Archbishop Shaw? What about Archbishop Rummel? Are they ever going to return to Division I? I think that's the goal for both programs, but Craig, it's simply a matter of numbers.
Right. You need numbers, and also, again, do you do a disservice to your kids who can win that? When you're trying to build a program, you build on success. So obviously you take your success and build in Division II, and once you've established that, then you can move on up.
4-1 at the end of 1, and there are good precedents for that. Holy Cross did it. They dropped down in Division II with their storied history, won in Division II, built their numbers back up after Katrina, got back to Division I and won a state championship in Division I. So they've done it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you've had other examples of that too, and St. Paul's would be a perfect example. You won 2 Division II state championships, built your program up, got to 1, and look at this Hoffman. A chance for the pin here early in the second.
He is so quick.
Yeah, he is. Plenty of time for Hoffman.
Yeah, Surrency's length is a disadvantage. He left that leg out just a little bit, and Hoffman jumped on it and straight into a cradle. And that's just really good wrestling where he took straight advantage of it. It's easier to pin a guy right off the takedown than it is from top. I know people don't believe that.
Well, he's got him.
Hoffman, a smart wrestler, and looking at the coach, knowing he has plenty of time, and he's going to get this pin.
No, he's got. It's just too much time to hold out if you're Surrency.
Surrency's fighting hard. Holy cow.
Yeah, we'll see how tough Surrency is.
I would not be able to fight
Slight
out
elevation
like
of one shoulder, but for how long can you hold out?
Yeah.
Nope.
Here it is, I think.
Yep.
From this angle.
That's it.
Yep.
All right. So there's your pin at 3:57 mark, second period. Connor Hoffman of Brother Martin wins at 132 pounds and does so in very impressive fashion. So
another matchup here I'm excited about. Great wrestling. Ramirez from Rummel phenomenal all year. Jacob, he's been phenomenal to watch.
Yeah, Caruso Signorelli, a veteran, a senior. We've seen him now for several years. Tough kid, started at the lowest weight classification and moved up since he was in 8th grade. He's 19-4 in the year, 3rd in state a year ago. And as you mentioned, Jacob Ramirez, a junior from Archbishop Rummel at 47-6, was 2nd in the state last year. And he is very quick, having watched him.
Yeah, and the action's already started.
Louisiana Classic champion Ramirez. His brother also came through the program, won 4 state championships here.
He was crazy good, yeah.
My goodness. And he's also wrestling at Fresno State right now at 174 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and these are 2 very experienced veteran wrestlers. And
already we've seen 2 counters, one by each guy to prevent scoring, and we just saw another quick move by Signorelli to avoid. And now there's a good move by Ramirez.
Duck under right there, buddy. That was good.
He's just really quick.
Yeah.
He's as quick as any in the lower weight classes. He just gives this up. Explain that. He's willing to give up the point. Why?
Well, like you said with whoever the Shaw guy earlier, where he chose to be on his feet, Bonnet.
Yeah, Bonnet.
Obviously, Ramirez feels more comfortable on his feet, so he scored there. And, why not? He scored
and you're
there.
Confident in your ability to get more takedowns, obviously.
You get 2, give up 1. So,
Yeah, Ramirez has just been, like I said earlier, a phenomenal year. He's kind of been running through every tournament, and I just love the smoothness in every wrestling match that I watch with him. He's just got some type of swagger to him out there.
Certainly the favorite in Division II at 138 pounds heading into Bossier City.
Yep. He kind of lulls you to sleep by just relaxing, and then he's so quick, like you said, Kenny.
Yeah.
That's what, having watched him a few times, that's what impressed me the most is how quick he is in almost every aspect.
Only a junior, too.
Yeah.
And Signorelli's been wrestling forever now. It's not like
it's not
like he's any slouch.
He's very good.
That Ramirez is doing this to.
No, Signorelli's really important. Holy Cross his chances in Bossier in Division I. Very important. Next to the Frost brothers, Laureano, he's as key as anybody. That's another good roll by Ramirez to get 2. So right at the end of the period, he scores a 2 and takes a 4-1 lead after 1. Again, so quick.
And giving up those points at the end of the round are just really tough mentally. It's just really frustrating as a coach, I can tell you.
Yeah, you fight for a minute and 50 seconds, and then all of a sudden things change.
Yep. So Ramirez is going to stay on top and ride here a little bit. He's got legs in.
And then just talk about the Rummel program. Rod Cusacks won a state championship there in 2011, went to De La Salle, won a couple of state championships there. He's back in Rummel now. You don't see that happen very often where a guy gets a second chance, but he built that program once before. Can he do it again, Craig?
No doubt. No doubt. As long as the school population stays where it is, they have a proud tradition. And again, building on success in Division II, getting those numbers up, another duck under.
Yeah. And he's just training the 1s for the 2s. He's willing to give up the 1 right away just so he can take shots here.
And he should probably ride a little bit and start shortening the match, as they say. I guess it's like running the ball in football.
Always like to credit Jim Ravanack for his contributions to the sport in every capacity. And, of course, he built that facility that's at Archbishop Rummel. And obviously, that's the USA Wrestling Training Facility. And thanks to Jim for what he's done for the sport.
There is no way to spend. You can spend the whole show here talking about how awesome he was with his accolades.
This guy is so quick, and then look, how did he get out of that?
So Signorelli, after the 3rd time of getting ducked under, he finally stepped over.
Right.
He finally stepped over, and he caught him. He's going to catch him again if he keeps doing it.
And Ramirez, Ramirez should have given it up. He had his leg, but he's so quick, he just got it out of there before Signorelli could do anything.
One word for Ramirez, and that's smooth.
Yep. Well, he better not go to that well too many times. If Signorelli's going to catch him.
Exactly, because he's traded 2 for 1s, and he's controlled the match, but he's only up 6-3 as a result of trading the 2s for 1s.
Yep, and Signorelli is still a dangerous wrestler.
Very good wrestler. All it takes is 1 shot as the second period is closing in. On concluding here.
Wow. He stopped the duck under.
Did a great job of stopping the duck under there. Yep. Same move.
Yep.
So the second period ends, a 6-3 lead for Ramirez. After 2, this one's still in the balance. 145 will follow. That's going to be Luke Battaglia of Jesuit and Alejandro Duncan, or Alex Duncan, or Brother Martin.
Alex is good.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, Ramirez, phenomenal. This match is 6-3 going into the 3rd period, and is nowhere near done. Signorelli's doing a great job.
And it's way more exciting than a 6-3 match maybe on the scoreboard. There's a lot of good action going on.
Yeah.
So now Ramirez gets his escape to take a 4-point lead.
So obviously both guys will feel real comfortable on their feet.
Sure. Well, in this case, he needs to give up the escape because he needs to get points, Signorelli, if he wants to win this match. So 7-3 edge. Signorelli defending well right now.
Even though Signorelli's, I've seen him when he wrestled, he's tough on top.
There's a chance right there, but look how quick Ramirez is to fend it off.
And again, that's off the duck under. He's got Signorelli's like creating offense off of that duck under.
Yeah, he's figured out that move, but he's unable to get anything with it because Ramirez is too quick in responding.
He really is.
Right, so Ramirez has a lead. He may want to like go to one of his other takedowns that's a little more safe, you know?
Sure. I mean, you know.
And not risk what he's
because
risking.
You're wrestling a really smart wrestler who, if you make one mistake, he can beat you, whereas right now you've got control of the match.
Yeah.
Ramirez with the underhook.
And he's going to use that, so there's the takedown. So now in command 9-3 as we're at the 48-second mark of this match. Ramirez seemingly on his way to a Catholic League title. So give Rummel an individual championship.
Uh-oh.
A chance to turn him here, but Signorelli able to get flat. You've got a coach in Matt Pinero that was Archbishop Rummel guy who's done a great job for you.
Oh, yeah, he's done a fantastic job. And, you know, when he came in as my assistant there, the kids that were in 8th grade and in the little kids program are now the juniors and seniors on this team. Mm-hmm. And so he's been with them. And he really has them spread out. He's got the experience, which is so important in wrestling. He's got all experience through like 12 out of the 14 weight classes.
Live streaming on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Riverlands Insurance and Luling, meeting all of your insurance needs, and a proud recipient of the Top Insurance Workplace Award for 2019 from Insurance Business America. Call Riverlands at 1-800-336-4579 or go to rivins.com. That's RIVINS.com. For some reason, the clock is stopped. It's not moving at all here.
It should be.
And there's no reason for that to be the case.
The refs don't see that. Yeah. The coaches will tell them.
Yeah, he's got
the coaches will tell them.
Just started, so, I mean, you lost about 15 seconds there of additional time.
Right.
This match should be over right now.
You're correct. You're correct. Good catch.
And they might make that determination, in which, if that's the case, it is. That's what they're going to say.
Give you a notch on your coaching card for that, Kenny.
My pleasure. My pleasure. 9-4 is the final. So Ramirez, the champion, is expected at 138. And certainly will be a favorite in state next week. So now let's get to 145. Alex Duncan and Brother Martin, the defending state champion, 36-4.
Rematch of the Louisiana Classic Finals right here.
Luke Battaglia of Jesuit, a junior, who's 24-7, very familiar with each other, as Josh mentioned a moment ago. Duncan certainly the favorite. Battaglia is capable.
Yep, and that's a tough Division I weight class right there.
Yeah, Duncan's done a phenomenal job again all year. He's dominated everyone in Louisiana, wrestled out of state, but only Duncan going straight to the takedown, working on top already. And Battaglia, like I mentioned earlier, they wrestled in the Classic. It was a close match until Duncan took over, and then the match ended at 5-1. So Battaglia very capable of catching Duncan if so.
Right, and the scouting report on Duncan there is he is just relentless. He is tough and hard-nosed, coming forward at you, and he's just not going to stop.
Yeah, they call him the machine in the room. I've gone in there, and anything the coaches ask him, he does it. I mean, he's always doing extra stuff. He's out there, and he does everything according to the textbook.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about your top wrestlers at St. Paul's this year that have a real shot at state titles, Greg.
Well, we start with our 152-pounder, Peyton Ward, who was he's phenomenal. He won the Prep Slam over in Atlanta, which is a major regional tournament.
Right.
And he's fantastic. We got defending state champion and
Olfers.
And MVP at 220, Cole Olfers, who's just a solid athletic wrestler. And up and down the lineup, we got really tough guys. Ben Davidson at 160,
sure.
He was a Louisiana Classic champion.
Hauser,
Jake Hauser,
not Cole,
who's 2-1 against the Elsinson kid here.
Right,
but the loss was the most recent match.
Correct.
So that'll be very interesting as they come up. So yeah, they had several contenders, and again, I think that we have about 12 guys that could end up on the podium, which is important from a team perspective. Maybe 13.
Duncan with a 2-0 lead late first here, and he's been in control here. Should get more points here, and he will. It's 5-0 now as Duncan is in command of Battaglia. team standings right now. Brother Martin at 212.5, Holy Cross 177, Jesuit 164. So as expected, Holy Cross moving up to second. Archbishop Shaw 118, John Curtis Christian 86, and Archbishop Rummel 85.
Yeah, speaking of Jesuits program earlier, they're kind of in rebuild mode, like you mentioned earlier, Ken, and losing Luke Eccles and Perry Ganshi from last year, they were kind of the drive behind that program, and for them to leave and graduate, it was their time to leave, and now they're going to have new guys step up.
Well, they've been such a consistent program for such a long time, top three every year.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just pencil them in on a regular basis, regardless of who the coach is. But I do want to give a big shout out to my dear friend Sam Harnsenkrem, who asked for prayer for his wife in recent times with the struggles that she's had. One of the truly great friends I've had in life, and as significant a person in this sport as anybody that's ever been. He changed it. Brother Melchia was the foundation when the sport was just starting, and did an incredible job of making people aware of the sport and getting it going. Sam took it to a different level with different techniques at this school for so many years, and just did a phenomenal job. And used to see him up until the last couple of years come into these events, but again in Mississippi, and our prayers go to Sam and his wife, just wonderful people.
Yeah, and an incredible coach. And again, those legendary guys, they did more to raise the sport in Louisiana, not just for their team, but for the entire state.
Well, it's funny, Sam and my brother went to school here at Jesuit, and Sam would joke all the time, if you weren't a wrestler, you were a basketball player, you're a baseball player, or whatever. Says, you play sissy sport. Yeah. So, of course, he's joking. And there's the pin for Alex Duncan, the defending state champion. Gets it done at 3:13 mark, second period, the third pin we've seen. Another championship for Brother Martin as Duncan is successful. Boy, he was so impressive there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Like you said, a machine.
Now we're going to get Riley Horvath of Brother Martin at 152. The senior at 34.9 against Jake Romig, junior of Holy Cross at 27-15. Romig sixth in the state a year ago. Horvath was second in this district meet a year ago.
Yeah, this is 152 pounds, and Peyton Ward, we got coach over here, talked about him earlier, and he's phenomenal, done a great job already this season. And I think, honestly, one of these guys are going to meet up with him at the state tournament, even though, he's not here today.
Right. So this may be a semifinals in the other one, 2 and 3.
Absolutely.
And Horvath seems to be a big 52 from what I can remember.
Yeah. So he bumped up from last year, wrestled 45, and kind of backed up at 52. So this year he's kind of taken over as a senior. So Horvath on top, trying to get a chicken wing. And Romig doing a really good job of coming off bottom. But Horvath is just holding him down and doing a great job.
Yeah, Horvath got caught in that fireman's there for a second, but he fought his way out, ended up on top.
That's great wrestling. But yeah, Peyton Ward, he's wrestled Horvath early in the season. They're split 1-1 in the series, so I think it's going to be a good match regardless wherever they meet. I'm sure they are.
Yeah, like I said, he's running him over.
Oh, he's got a chance right here to finish this one early.
Like you said, with Coach Nicola, that they're working hard on top because Brother Martin as a team seems to be real tough on top there. A lot of pins.
Yeah, that's something Coach Nicola has emphasized when I go in the room, occasionally. That's something he emphasizes every day, to be tough on top, because just like that, you can end a match right there in the first period.
Well, it's showing.
Great job by Horvath. A minute 12 for the pin over Romig to claim the title at 152. Now we'll get Mason Massicott of Brother Martin against Charlie Cyrus of Jesuit. Massicott 22-5, the senior. And a defending state champion, of course, Prep Slam champion as well this year, 4-2 at Virginia Beach. A very, very prestigious event. Charlie Cyrus, 27-10.
Yeah, Massicott, another phenomenal wrestler from Brother Martin. I feel like I'm watching a dual meet out here. And Massicott is kind of taken off. We haven't seen him wrestle in a while. Didn't wrestle at the Classic and didn't wrestle at the Ken Cole. So it's exciting to see him right before the state tournament get out a couple more matches.
Right, and Cyrus, if that's the guy that I recollect, is funky. He is, you think you got him and then you don't. He wrestled our kid Davidson several times. And he's really, really tough to score on.
Unorthodox. And that's been the case thus far, even though Massicott has been the aggressor.
Yeah, and speaking of Davidson, I think it's going to be the same thing here. Now we're at 160. Davidson and Mascot possibly in the finals, possibly in the semifinals. They will meet at the state tournament.
Right.
Again, Cyrus defending, squatting, getting as low and as he possibly can, trying not to allow Mascot to get him turned at all. He's got the,
like I said,
ankle, trying to utilize that, and meanwhile, Cyrus holding on to the left leg.
Mascot reminds me a little bit of like the Duncan guy, where he's just solid and strong and tough.
Yeah, definitely. And Mascot's faced Ben Davidson. Again, talking about him because I feel like, he's not here. He's a very tough wrestler, and I feel like those guys really are going to match up at state. Mascot's got the lead on him in the series 2-0.
Right.
But and it can go any way. In any match, anybody can get caught at the state tournament.
Yep. See our friend David Morrow walking right in front of us. Want to thank David for accommodating us, along with Sharon and Moran, for allowing us to be here today to bring this to you. David's been at this for a long time and a really good man.
Yes. He's a pleasure to work with. Highly professional. When I work with him, when we do our, we have the 17 sports that we each deal with.
Yep.
When we have to work across several sports. Yeah, he is the what I would consider a great example of a professional athletic director.
No score here late first here, Mascot Cyrus. So kind of what you guys said. Cyrus is defending well unorthodox. Mascot's been the aggressor, but he hasn't been able to score. Now they get a stall warning. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, that's the new rule. The new rule in wrestling is they do not want you backing up off the mat. They want you to stay in the ring and wrestle. So they are going to be much quicker to hit stalling unless you wrestle your way out of bounds.
Yeah, that's something I can elaborate a little bit more. Now, wrestling in college and coming back here, that's something really emphasized in college wrestling. They don't want anybody backing out, and they'll call a stalling call on you. So that's when the wrestler has to circle back in and show some type of action he's trying to wrestle.
Right, and they changed the rule a little bit where you can't get the old penalties. There are 4 penalties. If you couldn't commit 4 penalties, you're done with the match. Well, they changed the rule where in stalling, they're not going to end the match for stalling. They'll just keep giving the other guy points.
Right.
Which makes it easier for the referee to call. So.
Again, Cyrus in the down position, just no attempt to really get up yet. Arms held pretty good, and good wrap by Mascot, not allowing anything to take place. But Cyrus, no real move to try to get to his feet yet. He's been controlled as we approach the halfway mark of the second period. Again, this is a scoreless match.
Right. Well, that's
just what you talked about. Cyrus is making this tough on him.
Yeah, he's tough. And again, the times that I have seen Cyrus wrestle, he's near fall here.
Yeah, he's got
spoke too soon.
Just as you spoke, but then can he use it here? He's got 2 already.
He's got 2, but again, that's that tough top ride that they have. But usually Cyrus, the one I've seen is he kind of scores off of the mistakes of the other guy, and Mascot is just not giving him any opportunities. Just staying in great position, staying real solid, not making any mistakes.
Cyrus trying to get away.
There you go.
Great job.
Funky, just like you mentioned, Coach.
There you go.
Wow.
Able to hold on to that leg. Can he do anything with it? No, because Mascot's still
He's going to be all right, I think.
Oh, now he's...
Wow. And Mascot's in a good position. You want to elevate that leg and kind of keep on circling.
He's up on 2. Cyrus should have 2 here.
Should be able to get 2.
Cyrus should have 2.
There it is. He got it cleared. Got the leg cleared. So
wow.
This match is tied. So this is turning out to be a really good one.
Like I told you, that was really. He's just like I said. That flip into the single leg.
So now we'll look at the down position to see about the escape, and Mascot should be down to start the third. So, and this could be one of those matches. It could be a 1-point match the way it's unfolding, with the way both have defended.
Well, I think it'll come down to a takedown. I don't think you can hold Mascot down, though. The Cyrus kid is tough on top. I mean, he's real tough on top.
Well, Jesuit's philosophy for years, regardless of who the coach has been, they ride more than anybody else in the opposition of any team I've seen in the state.
Yeah.
I've said this continuously.
Right. Well, especially Sheridan when he's got a little martial arts background too, and that
helps.
So they do a whole lot of that grabbing and hanging on stuff. So
Mascot getting ridden out right now.
Yeah. That's I would consider that to be unusual for a Brother Martin guy to be flat on his stomach, not moving there. those guys are usually tough on the bottom.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. And as we mentioned earlier, this is his first one back. I mean, I don't know what the deal was, but we haven't seen Mascot wrestle in a while, so possibly this could be a
conditioning.
Conditioning factor.
Certainly a possibility.
Mascot, a defending state champion. I mean, this is very unusual.
This could be the first shocker we've had.
Well, yeah.
A minute to go, tied at 2.
He's up.
Mascot.
He's up.
Now he's trying to get that escape.
Nothing yet.
And the 1 point could determine this match at this stage.
Good.
We're at 50 seconds left, guys.
Now,
And he still hasn't been able to get up, though.
we had always gone with about, when you get to about 45 to 30 seconds, we would let them go and then go for the win and takedown, depending on who it is in certain circumstances. Because we would want to, when I was coaching
Get
the
beat
guys,
with
that
20
was the
seconds
strategy.
left on an escape. Yeah.
Right. So as opposed to losing with 10 seconds left, but it looks like they're going to try to ride him for overtime.
That's been their philosophy for years, from
like
what
you
I've
said.
observed. 20 seconds left, riding him for 1:40 now. Massacot's in on the leg.
And Mascot's just got to get away instead of trying to hold the leg.
Exactly. Now he reverses him, and there it's
Nothing yet.
But there it is. Massacot
Wow.
with 8 seconds left
Wow.
is going to win this match.
Not yet.
Whoa!
Now he gets turned on.
Whoa!
And
Out of
that's
bounds.
gone.
Whoa.
Give him one.
Gave him one.
Give him one.
Gave him
Wow!
Give him
Wow!
one.
Didn't get the 2 to tie it.
Wow.
Got the 1, and that's going to decide the match. A 1-point match. 4-3 win from Massacot, who survives.
Place erupted.
Yeah, I tell you, like that Cyrus kid is funky. He never quit, though. He never quit.
That's a good stuff right there. I mean, you can use that film for the state tournament and possibly seeding. I know Mascot won, but I know he has some work to do before the state championship.
That had to be a real confidence builder for Cyrus, who wrestled him on even terms.
Yeah.
Another Brother Martin
At
guy out here.
170, Mason Murette for Jesuit, the senior, 14-13 against Eli Hope or Brother Martin, a junior at 28-13 overall.
Yeah, and Eli, he's done a phenomenal job too, bumping up actually for the team. He doesn't really weigh around 170. He kind of bumped up because for the, obviously the team needed it. So he's a team player, and he's done a phenomenal job this whole season.
Neither of these wrestlers would be considered highly ranked in this weight class. Whereas in just about every other class, we've seen guys who are going to be probably wrestling in the semifinals and finals in Bossier.
And this is a weight class that includes the East Ascension kid, Mahoney.
Oh, yeah.
He's really tough.
He's loaded.
So,
72-0 Mahoney is.
Yeah. So
he's crazy good.
So you don't find a lot of coaches trying to put their best guys in that weight class, so they kind of.
And I'm actually interested to see with that record, 72-0, is that some type of record in Louisiana? Because I mean, that's a lot of matches.
That's a ton of matches. I know that his dad, who coaches him, also did the career. The career wins match. He's looking for there are some national records that he's looking to do.
Yeah.
And
we've seen the whole routine of, let's take a kid out of that class. And sometimes the opponent determines it for you. I'll never forget, what was it, 2012 maybe, whatever it was, the one that ended up second in the nation. Gibbons kid from Rummel, who was phenomenal.
Scott
Gibbons, who
look at a
does
reversal.
a great job on a reversal here to tie the match. Great job by Mason Murette to tie the match. Yeah, Brother Martin had a defending state champion, a great wrestler, Jared Roman.
Yep.
Just a terrific young man.
Yeah, but
they moved Gibbons up a class, and there was just no chance to beat that guy.
He was too good, and I was actually at Brother Martin at the time, and watching that match was we were all excited, just like that Massacot match we just watched, and that was a phenomenal. But Gibbons, I mean,
was too good. Yeah, he
wrestled at Princeton, phenomenal wrestler.
And and Roman went on to have a good career
He
too.
sure
over
did.
at
Wartburg.
At Wartburg.
Yep.
Both terrific young men. But it happens sometimes when you get that battle of the Titans, as you will. You try to avoid that if you're a coach. But there's nothing you can do. And I remember Dotrieve saying, man, he said, of all the kids I ever coached, I love that kid. I love that kid. I just hated to see that he couldn't win his senior year, but we couldn't beat that kid.
Yeah.
Right? So,
he did win his the previous year.
He won his junior year. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. He was defending state champion.
Yeah.
And Gibbons moved up. They moved him up a class for state because they had a kid that they moved in 2 classes below to try to win the state championship. Romo was defending champ, and they finished second by a narrow margin to Brother Martin. And the kid they moved in to move Gibbons up finished 4th, so it worked out well for them.
Yeah,
that was a smart move.
Again,
hey, good
Kid's name was
stand-up.
Melcher.
Yeah.
He was a swimmer, actually, who wrestled. I remember all that stuff pretty well.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
A good stand-up for the Jesuit guy here.
Yeah, really good job. So he gets the 3-2 lead. Murrett over Hope as we approach 1:30 to go in the second. Good matchup here.
Yeah, and Hope seems to be the guy who's aggressive. See him pushing forward, fighting inside.
Yeah.
He's in on a leg
Shot
here.
the leg there.
But those Jesuit guys that take
There's a
down.
good two there. So
The Jesuit guys have proven to be solid counter wrestlers, you know?
And that's something I've noticed all year. Hope he's just a really great leg rider. Every match he's in, he's going to throw a leg in, and that's something he's kind of institutionalized on every match.
yeah, he has, and 4-3 lead here at the minute 10 mark of the second quarter now. So second quarter, second period.
The legs are
look out
crossing.
here.
Well, he's holding on with the legs, but the legs cost him here.
Yep.
A little funky there.
Yeah, the Jesuit guy reversed him. Obviously, the Jesuit guy's a leg, too. So, you know, we used to always be nervous. You don't leg a leg guy because he knows how to get out of it.
Knows how to get out of it.
I like that. I like
this,
that.
This went back and forth at 5-4.
And so, look, now Hope knows how to get out of legs,
Hope
too.
knows
Look,
how to get out of it to get the
Now he's
equalizer
getting
here.
out.
But now he's got to expose himself a bit here, guys. But able to
Seems
roll
like
out
he's
of
going
it.
to be okay.
Yeah, he's
pop
going to
his
turn
head
it around.
He's reversed
and then
him,
he
too.
changes it with the reverse, and now he's got the lead.
right.
Does Hope at 6-5.
Yep. So,
This one back and forth. Can Murrett
cradle. Got him in a cradle. Hope's got him in a cradle.
Murrett trying
No,
to get up.
he doesn't have it locked, though.
And Murrett is able to turn
Wow.
and reverses him for a 2. Back and forth we go, 7-6. What a matchup this is. Mason Murrett by 1. This thing might be who makes the last move the way
Yep.
this one's going.
He's going to 5 seconds left. No points here.
Rides him out. 7-6 lead for Mason Murrett at 170 pounds. Really good matchup here. This is a class, as you mentioned, where guys are looking at the podium.
Yeah.
Not so much looking at the title.
Right, and look, both of them look pretty tired here. So we're going to see who has the best conditioning. That's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, looking at this match right here, I really believe both these guys are probably placed at least at the state tournament, regardless of wherever they are placing. They're both great wrestlers and they're good enough to place in the state.
Interestingly, Murrett just 14-13 on the year, but again, good competition. There's the
Reversal.
2, and that's it's Brother Martin, a reversal to take the lead. 8-7 Eli Hope.
Right, so based on the scoring pattern, it's now.
That means Murrett will
it's now,
reverse
yeah,
him,
it's
certainly.
now his turn, yeah.
Right. Back and forth we go.
And so he's going to go for that cross-face cradle again. Let's see if he cradles it up. He got reversed last time he cradled it up. So we'll see if he tries something different off the same ride. Looks like he is. Looks like he's just trying to pull that arm through.
Right.
Which is smart wrestling. You don't want to keep doing the same thing that costs you 2 points
don't do it
over and
again.
over.
Yep.
So he's got to sag back Eli if he's going to finish this.
Minute 10 left. Murrett down 1. Hope holding on.
All right, sitting.
You can see he's tired.
Not good sitting to a hip there.
That's
Wow.
not a dangerous move there.
He's got a hip in. He could get him on his
look at
back.
He can turn him right here.
Wow. I mean,
Look,
whoa.
Wait, here he comes.
no points
Still
yet.
hasn't cleared
Lift
the
that
leg
leg.
yet.
No points yet.
Can't clear
near
the leg.
fall, near fall, near fall.
Wow.
No near fall.
No near fall. No.
All right, so they're just
No.
being their leg. This is just some funky wrestling.
This is crazy. I mean, they both have the leg.
Right.
Neither can do anything with it, and now here
All
comes
right.
Hope.
Hope is back
30
up on
Hope
seconds.
and
top
back in
with no
control
points.
here. Wow. 30
Near
seconds
fall.
left.
Wow.
There's a
Near
2.
fall.
There you go.
Yeah.
So now Hope able to put himself in a more controlling position. And now he's got Murrett in trouble. Murrett just trying to hold on.
Yeah, he's
trying
gotta
to get up.
Hope's got to get up on top and make it easy for the ref here.
Murrett trying. They
Stalemate.
call a
He
lock.
called
A
a
stalemate
stalemate.
with 10 seconds left.
Wow, he didn't. Oh,
No back points?
Didn't give
thought-
him any back points. I thought he had back points.
I thought he had back points too.
The scoreboard still 8-7. Eli Hope, 10 seconds left. Can Murrett get to his feet?
Right. So
He's
maybe-
got to be quick here. Not able to do it. Hope should be able to ride him out.
Short
7
time.
seconds, 6 seconds. Trying to rise with 4. Can't
Needs
do
a
it.
sag back.
Hope bars him. Hope has got it. And Hope has won the match 8-7.
Very sloppy wrestling for two guys that I just talked about who's going to place at the state
Yep.
tournament, but obviously there was a winner.
Yeah. No, it was not. It was not super clean technique. Obviously, the earlier matches with those nationally ranked and state champion guys, but the kids showed their heart and toughness. They never quit.
Yeah.
Both of them.
So Brother Martin gets another title, 8-7. Hope over Murrett now, the 182. Jude Monaco, Archbishop Shaw, he's a good one. Monaco's really a seasoned wrestler, just a sophomore, but he's had 48 matches this year. He's 37-11. Anton Brown for Brother Martin, another sophomore. He's at 15-8.
Yeah, Anton Brown is actually the younger brother to Mac Brown, who won the state championship, 2 years ago.
2 years ago,
lost,
finished second last year.
Yeah, that was a great match as well. Perry Ganchi in the finals, but only a sophomore as well, and I'm excited to see how they're doing.
Gansey was one of my favorites ever. Now a good football player at Nichols. Mac Brown had him in deep, deep trouble in the third last year, and Gansey said, no, that's okay.
Yeah.
I got this.
That was another clash of the Titans as well.
Yes,
too.
it was. Live streaming on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Gills Bar. For more than half a century, offering services, solutions, and support for businesses and associations looking for happier constituents and healthier bottom lines. To learn more about how Gills Bar can help your business, visit gillsbar.com. Thanks to Hank Miltonberger, our great friend at Covington, like St. Paul's, for supporting what we do
there you
at
go.
Gills Bar. I was over there visiting with him at Gills Bar in Covington last week.
There you go. Hey, all right, so looks like Brown got a takedown, let Monaco up, huh?
Yep.
No. Monaco got
the takedown,
Monaco
and then he gets
got two
another one just now.
takedowns,
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, Monaco, the more seasoned guy, as mentioned, he lets him up, gives him the point to make it 4-2.
And I know we talked about Shaw's program earlier, but I have to mention it again. I mean, it's phenomenal to see all these guys in the final. Shaw's program's kind of turning around. You don't really hear about it in the past, but nowadays you can't stop talking about Shaw wrestling.
No,
well, Brandon Cerency, it's amazing. Really nice young man, Shaw graduate who he's working in alumni, working in development, working in admissions, and he's the wrestling coach.
Right.
Other than that, he does nothing at this school. So
Triple threat.
that is awesome. Yeah. Well, he's obviously doing a good job of convincing kids to come out because he's got a group.
Monaco 36-11, 3-point GPA on the year as well.
And I don't know if he has any relation to Cerency from earlier, the one that wrestled.
Yeah, it's his brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's his younger brother.
There's another high
Got
crotch.
the shot the leg there.
Yeah, he scored twice with this.
He's got control here.
Ran out of time.
Yep. The break there for Morgan, for Brown. So 4-2, end of one.
And another thing about the Shaw program, I mean, when you're building a program, essential is to have young guys in there that are actually wrestling in varsity matches. So, obviously you have them for the next year. And obviously this cat over here on the mat is a sophomore. So he's going to have them there for a couple years. And Price earlier too. So this team is coming along.
Yeah, and they'll recruit younger kids because they'll be good examples.
Shaw's only got 3 seniors on their team.
Wow.
3 seniors.
Wow.
So talking to Brandon yesterday, so they really, really like where they're at as a program. Team standings, Brother Martin 234.5, Holy Cross at 180, Jesuit 164, Archbishop Shaw at 118, John Curtis at 90, and Archbishop Rummel at 89.
All right, so he shot a single leg instead of his high crotch, the one he scored on. Now he's getting his head to the outside,
right.
So I think he'll be able to score.
Should be able to score, up by a point right now. Brown trying to get the leg out. Now he just tries for the trip, and he gets it, so it's a 6-3 lead for Monaco. Swept the leg once he had control of the other leg. Common move.
All right, so it looks
especially in the higher weight classes.
Looks like, Brown's asking for injury time.
Monaco being 10-2.
Oh, Monaco.
Yeah, Monaco is being 10-2, and again he'll be in the up position when match continues. He talks it over with his coach, Coach Cerency. Of course, we have consolation matches going on at the same time on a second mat here at the Gail and Tom Benson Arena at Jesuit High School.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the page of Shaw, and I don't believe they've ever won a state championship. I could be wrong.
No, they finished second before, but they've never won it.
Okay.
All right, so Brown's up.
Brown's fighting the hands, getting the escape.
Good stand-up.
Keeping this match close, 4-6. Minute left here in the second period.
Takedown match now.
But he's got to set something up. I mean, he's letting the Shaw guy go out there and dictate the match. He's got to have to underhook, an elbow pass, something he's got to dictate.
And Monaco gets to start down in the third round, so it'd be good for Brown to get a score in right here.
And I would say if I was Brown right now, I would stay a little low. I think Monaco, he's looking for that shot, and I feel like Brown's a little high, and he's going to give that up if he stays like that.
Yeah, he's kind of bent over.
So some good hand fighting here. Obviously, the wrestling has slowed down from the lower weights, and that's usually how it goes here in the sport.
He got in on the leg here.
Wow, Brown.
Good chance for the tie if he can use it.
I would run the pipe if I was him right here,
Let's
or
see
come
if-
up.
He's going to go for the sweep here, it would appear. There he
Wow.
tried it, didn't get it.
Lost
and
it.
able to lose it. So
Growing pains, growing pains.
tried to sweep it once, missed it, and that enabled Monaco to get off the mat.
Is this a second injury time? Yep, second.
I think so, yep.
Yeah, if this is a second injury time, so now Brown should get choice of position. So we'll see where he wants to go.
Right.
Maybe he chooses down and gets a point.
I would think you do that, and this because of the nature of the match being a 2-point match.
Yeah.
Not sure what the issue is for Monaco.
He gets choice, he's going down.
Yeah, certainly. Good point on that catch.
Clock issue.
Talking with the
There it is.
Talking with the Rummel coach earlier, Rod Cusacks, he did tell me that they are going to have a couple of football players in as of this week that have been in previously, including one who was like off the charts good a year ago. Donovan Kaufman, who finished third in the state, even though the guy hadn't wrestled before.
Vanderbilt commit.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know if that commit's going to hold with all the offers he's had.
New ones.
Unbelievable football player, unbelievable athlete, and unbelievable on the mat last year.
Yeah.
I mean, we watched him in Bossier, and we were like, Matt Pinero standing next to me like his jaw's dropping. He says, give me that kid for 1 week.
Oh, geez.
He'll never lose.
Athletic.
Incredible.
He knows maybe 2 moves.
Yeah.
He'd be so quick and so strong, he'd be scoring points, and he'd give up a bunch of points. But it was amazing to watch, but he's going to try it. There's a nice switch.
Yeah.
Good move by Monaco.
Yeah, Brown tried to pull him back on top of him. Not the greatest technique, and it cost him.
And that might be the deciding factor now. A 4-point match, 8-4 for Monaco, who did come in as the slight favorite in this one in his
number 1
health
seed.
form at this stage, yes.
So my dad used to tell me whenever he got a really, really good athlete, that's what he'd tell him. Get in the stance, and whatever they try to do, don't let them do that to you.
There you go.
And then, and not everybody can do that.
We were watching him roll all over the mat, just exposing himself over and over again, but he was so strong and athletic, he was able to roll back. There's a great move by Monaco.
Brown getting exposed right here on his back. Plenty of time from Monaco.
Trying to unlock the wrist. He can't do it.
Got caught in a grand.
And now Monaco able to.
Brown
should get the 3, and he does. So Monaco in total control here, 11-4.
Conditioning looks like it's a factor in this match.
Absolutely. It looks like, Monaco's opened it up.
Brown was able to fight out of that and give him credit. Stay alive.
Yep.
And bringing it back to Kaufman, I don't know if I'm wrong or not, but I think he had an interception return, a pick 6 in the state championship game.
It was the best individual performance I've ever seen. I did the game. He had 11 tackles, 2.5 for loss, forced a fumble, recovered a fumble, ran for a touchdown at running back, intercepted the pass to win the game, and returned the kickoff 95 yards for a touchdown.
Rummel Hall of Fame,
Other than that, he didn't do it. It was the best individual performance I've ever seen.
Monaco seems to be in control. All right, so the story I heard was that as soon as Catholic High got the go-ahead score,
why do you kick it to him?
He said, don't worry, I got this to his guys on the sidelines and promptly ran the kickoff back.
And then when we interviewed him after the game, he said, man, they shouldn't have kicked it to me. What are they thinking?
All right, here we go. Monaco trying to get some near fall here right at the end.
Yeah, he's going to win the match. So Jude Monaco is going to win at 182 pounds in impressive fashion, by the way.
Yep, now a 7-point lead.
But he couldn't get the 8-point here to make it a majority decision.
Sometimes you let the kid go and go for a takedown and try to get that extra point.
Right, exactly. Didn't do so, but Monaco a convincing 11-4 win at 182 pounds. And Jude Monaco will be a big force in Division II at that weight class in Bossier in 2 weeks. So now that'll take us to 195 pounds as we have 3 weight classes left. Cade Morgan of Holy Cross coming in. 11-10. Cameron Frederick, the favorite of Brother Martin, at 27-8, the senior. Morgan, a junior.
Yeah, last year, Frederick right here, he was seeded, I believe, 2nd in the state tournament. Kind of got upset in the quarterfinals. It was very surprising, but I talked to him on a personal basis, and he said that he's really ready to win the state championship after that performance last year. So Frederick going and getting a takedown already early in the first period.
Hey, right to work. Yeah, right to work. He obviously is very confident against this guy.
Yeah, something he talked about last year. He felt like when he got to the state tournament, it was kind of a confidence thing. And even though he had a great record, the state tournament obviously is a different place.
Right. And I'll say at this weight class at 195, they locked hands, they said.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead.
They have three really good wrestlers. Fontainebleau, Covington High, and St. Paul's all have real tough guys at 195 up there on the North Shore. They're all wrestling in St. Tammany together right now. Mm-hmm. And Allen, the kid from Covington, has the advantage. And so he's wrestling Olfers, Evan Olfers.
Wow. 40-1
in the finals. So
Allen.
Yeah, he is tough. So anyway, those guys will be competitive with
Frederick
Cameron here. Yeah.
Yep. It'll be a semifinals again, like we talked about earlier.
Well, it's going
to be a great match.
Yeah, this will be one where both semifinals I think will be real tough because there's a Melendrez kid from Fontainebleau that's pretty good as well.
Yeah, 42-7.
Yeah.
So in control thus far, Frederick still just a 2-point lead, but he's been controlling this match from the start.
Chicken
now
wing.
has a chance for the chicken wing, and there's the turn.
I think this is it.
There it is.
There it is.
Frederick,
well, like
at
you
a
said,
minute and 1 second, totally dominant to beat Morgan with the fall at 195 pounds.
That's the thing with these heavyweights. Once they get on their back, I mean, it's not like the lower weights where they're good at bridging.
Right.
The heavier the weight, the harder you get off your back.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and this is where, like you said, Coach Nicola's work on top is coming to fruition. You know, these heavier weights, they get them on their back and they don't get off.
Right.
Get us to 220 now. Kyle West, veteran wrestler. For Brother Martin, a senior at 17-8. And Kyle going against Timothy Burnside Jr., a senior at Curtis, who's only been in 12 matches this year, 7-5. And West immediately took a shot.
And he looks inexperienced.
Yeah, Kyle West is obviously the more experienced wrestler here, and hopefully we'll see that in the match. He placed 4th his sophomore year and 2nd just last year, so, and obviously there it goes.
Take that right away.
Nice arm drag to a single. Real nice arm drag to a single.
And Kyle's another one I talked to on a first-person basis, and that's another thing, too. He got 2nd last year. He felt like he should have won the state championship, and we'll see if he can do that this year.
All right, so
Burnside. Yep.
Yeah, Burnside. Timothy looks like he's a really athletic young kid. What grade is he?
Burnside is a junior, I believe.
A junior?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
He is a senior. I'm sorry, senior.
Oh, a senior.
7-5, senior. Correct.
So he just looks a little inexperienced from a wrestling perspective.
Yeah,
you know?
and there
And he got turned right here. This is over. This is over.
Yep.
There it is. So 48 seconds in, Kyle West with a pin. And Brother Martin has another individual title as Kyle West, as we expected, able to dominate things, which will take us to our final title match at 285 pounds. The big men, John Drake, John Curtis Christian, really good one at 26-8 overall against Cole Biomonte of Holy Cross, the sophomore at 15-7. Drake, a good one for Curtis. This is Curtis's one real shot at an individual title here.
Right. And Biomonte's pretty good.
Biomonte, of course, we know the family name. Father Holy Cross, good man.
Yeah, and then John Curtis, obviously going into this match, they're really known for football. So for them to get a couple of wrestlers, it's always great to see that.
Yeah, and of course, they've had a solid wrestling program for many years now.
They have.
Working hard at it. And every year they have a couple of kids break through. In Bossier City, maybe by 2021 we'll be saying, I don't know, Baton Rouge or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hopefully.
I have heard from the LHSAA that they are the next 2 years at least, and possibly longer. They have contracts at the River Center in Baton Rouge.
Oh, wow. Wow. That would be perfect.
Can I report that? Is that breaking news?
Yes, you can report that. I would, if you want confirmation, Adam McDowell with the LHSAA.
Well, I know Adam very well.
You know Adam? Yep. But when I spoke with him, he said that I could release that publicly. So
Okay,
nice.
well, I'm going to talk to him because we're going to definitely do something on that.
Wow.
Hush, hush. CrescentCitySports.com. You just heard it from Craig Kettleson. He's your source. Sources report. Sources say.
All right. So
Source.
if I get kicked off all the boards for my sources, I'm going to become begging for a job.
You're live with thousands of people watching you now, brother. You can't get out of it now. No welching. I'm sorry.
Cat's outside the bag now.
Stalemate 27 seconds in here in the final individual championship of the afternoon. We're going to get Josh to go down and talk to the winning coach as well as one of the winning wrestlers. And what do you want to talk to down there? You want to talk to I would say we might want to talk to. You can talk to Kyle West.
Yeah, we can talk to Kyle
And
West.
I think
Get
if
a
you can
Shaw
find,
guy.
if you can get Raheem Bonnet, that would be
Oh, yeah.
great. Both of those guys, they get you on camera. If you can help
Yeah.
get Coach Cerency to get Raheem if he's still here, and then obviously get Andrew to come on with you, and maybe Kyle as well.
Yeah, it'd be great. I mean, Raheem, he did a great job. That was a phenomenal match to watch, and
Sure.
I'm excited to talk to him.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah. Now Drake's going to choose down. I mean, not that it very rarely occurs, but if you end up in the ultimate tiebreaker in overtime, the guy who scores first gets the advantage.
Correct. That's why you want to get the escape here. You
Yep.
choose the down position.
You want to score first, however you can.
Bayamane doing a good job
Bayamane
here.
doing a good job.
Now, in the heavyweights, it's hard to get up. There's a ton of weight that you're dealing with, not only yours, but the opponent's on top of you. Very difficult to get up.
And and they're usually real strong and not trying to knock you off balance.
Right. So harder the rise in the lower weight classes.
Right, and so instead of quickness, you'll see like a bear crawl
Yeah,
and just
exactly, a bear crawl,
solid,
yeah.
tough position, you know.
Bayamane rides him off the mat. 33 seconds into period 2. You're looking for the first score of the heavyweight match at 285. John Drake, John Curtis Christian, Cole Bayamante, Holy Cross. Nice spin move there, but can't. Yeah, now he's able to get to his feet, but headlock.
Give him one escape, not yet.
Not yet.
No, he
Not
hadn't gotten
giving
out
him
yet.
escape.
He hadn't gotten out yet. Now he got the leg.
Wow.
Oh, nice move by Bayamante.
That was some nice wrestling right there. That was some nice wrestling.
He wasn't going to give it up in that situation.
Underhook to a high crotch to a double. Didn't let Drake get away completely.
Nope.
Now, if we're in college rules, that would have been a takedown because he had his 2 feet in. And
Correct.
in college, all you need is a toe.
Different dynamic here.
Yeah.
Again, Drake trying to rise. Bayamante using his weight to the best of his ability.
He should just push himself up here.
We're a minute, and how can he break the hands?
Now he just needs to stay up. Because if he stays up, then he gets called. They either get a stalling call or an escape, one of the two.
Right.
There's your
stall call.
Oh.
But now he gets taken down again. So Drake unable to get that point.
So now he's got to get back up one more time. And again, just stay up and stay in the middle.
Wow.
Oh, he gave it to him this time.
Both guys moving. This is very unusual for a heavyweight, so this is exciting to watch.
That's some good wrestling. They gave him the escape that time.
Gave him the escape. Scoreboard hasn't registered it yet. But he's up, so he's got the point, obviously. So it's 1-0. We know that regardless of what the scoreboard says. Now they finally put it up.
Right, and Bayamonte's got a stall call, which is important in the heavyweights. Some of the other lighter weights, it doesn't matter as much, but with the heavy guys, it does.
So this is going to come down to whether or not Bayamonte can get his escape here in the third.
Right, and then if Drake keeps backing off the mat there, that stall call will come into play.
And will come in on the other side. It's been against Bayamonte previously, but here's a 1-0 match going to the third. So now we'll see if Bayamonte is able to get the escape, and then we'll see some wrestling. But right now, again, tougher for the big guys to be able to get up.
Well, I'll tell you what, that little high crotch to a high double that he hit right there was pretty impressive for a heavyweight.
And yeah, these heavyweights, they don't really move like the lower weights, but I mean, they're working. I mean, that's a lot of weight that they're pushing, underhooks, and a lot of moving. That's a lot of work on those big bodies. So it isn't as flashy as the lower weights, but I would definitely say these guys are working out here.
Oh yeah.
So now Bayamonte in the down position. Drake ready to work him. Gets to his feet quickly. Wow, that didn't take any time. Took him 3 seconds. And this match is even.
He's an agile, active heavyweight.
This match is going to come down to a takedown, folks. 1-1, third period. Bayamonte coming forward. Conditioning certainly matters here. And Bayamonte making a shot there.
Drake's back is on the edge of the mat. If that continues, that's going to be a problem for him. He's definitely got to stay in the middle there. I think he's doing a better job of staying in the middle.
And now they separate them once again.
Oh.
A little caution being given. They're going to give a point here?
Yeah, he put his arm across his throat.
Wow, they did give a point.
He put his arm across his throat.
And, of course, Curtis wants an explanation, and understandably so.
Right. I don't think it was. I don't think it was intentionally malicious, but his arm just got across the neck a little.
Live streaming on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Lamarck Ford. Huge things are happening at the big store in Kenner, including a huge selection of pre-owned inventory in the brand new indoor showroom featuring all makes and models. Come see our remarkable deals and service. Stop by or go to Lamarck.com. Ayamonte for the leg, but fending him off.
So there's that. Again, there's
Drake.
that. Yep. And Drake's got to do something because now he's down.
He's down.
So he's got to become aggressive.
Halfway through the final period, Biomonte.
So if he can't score, if Biomonte's
wow, great move by Biomonte, but he's off the mat. Great move though.
I'm telling you, he is an impressive heavyweight.
He is. And for to be as young, another sophomore, we're talking about I feel like it's the year of the sophomore this year.
Again, two wrestlers that will not see each other in Bossier City because of the classifications. Curtis in Division II, Holy Cross Division I. Now we're down to 35 seconds. Drake needs to come up with something here.
Biomonte's staying aggressive. He's not just sitting on his lead.
No, he's got control of the head.
There he goes for that double again.
Off the mat.
There's the stall.
That helps Drake because he needs to take a shot here. He went for the leg right away, and he got the leg, but he couldn't hold it. Biomonte fending him off. 20 seconds left. Down to the final call here. 15 seconds. Biomonte holding on.
We'll see what Drake has here.
10 seconds left.
Do something big here.
Shoots the leg, doesn't get it. Countered by Biomonte.
Wow.
And Biomonte has fended off Drake 2-1 for the heavyweight title here. Big victory for Cole Biomonte. Beat a wrestler that many thought was in the favorite here. That's a good win for Biomonte, and will give him a lot of confidence heading towards state in the heavyweight division. So that is a victory for Holy Cross at 285 pounds. We'll let Josh go run down. We'll get him a microphone, and we'll get him to go line up the winning head coach. Brother Martin's won the team title for sure. And turn it on that way, turn it off that way. So there you go. And we'll get you in position. I'll have some consolations going on as well. So let's see how many more consolations we have here first before we do that. So let's hang on and let's look at some of the consolations. All right, let's get you updated on the team scores here. Brother Martin at 250.5, Holy Cross at 183, Jesuit at 164, Archbishop Shaw at 128, Archbishop Rommel at 91, John Curtis Christian at 90, but still some consolations going on, which will add to that point total. But Brother Martin's going to win the district title again this year. And, of course, no surprise, Craig.
Oh, no. Brother Martin is a solid team. They've proven in all their tournaments. They have been the top team in Louisiana when they brought their first string and brought them in there. So it is no surprise. And especially the lead is even bigger because it's a small number of teams. So really your point totals, you can't run away from a team perspective. So that margin of victory is pretty solid for them.
Brother Martin with 8 individual champions in the 14 weight classes.
Yeah, I think that tells you what you need to know.
Certainly a dominant performance, and can't really be surprised about that. Holy Cross with 3 individual titles here, the Frost brothers and Biomonte. Rommel got a win with Ramirez, and Archbishop Shaw got a couple of wins with Surency and Monaco.
Right, and again, I think it's going to come down to when we go to the state meet, it's going to come down to those wrestlebacks, those 3rd and 4th place matches. Because like you said, there were not as many surprises, so that may hold true in the state, though there's always some surprise here or there. But if the seeds hold true, then it'll come down to those guys who finish 4th, 5th, 3rd, to determine the team title.
No doubt.
So these consolations here are very, very important. Not just for for district, but for training for these kids, so they learn that they're important at the state meet as well.
And of course, the wrestlebacks, we call them, are always determined championships. I mean, it's you have to keep a kid motivated. Sometimes a kid gets upset, expected to win, didn't win, and then he comes back and he just doesn't he isn't motivated enough, and you can't stress enough how important it is for your team. And that's certainly going to be the case with St. Paul's coming up in 2 weeks. That's going to be so important because everybody can't reach the finals.
No,
can't reach the semifinals.
You're right. And I've been very blessed throughout my career having kids. You know, we've had several kids that were undefeated going into the state meet, and they lost in the semifinals, the tough loss, their first loss of their entire year, senior year career, and they've had 45 minutes to recover and get back.
Yep.
So,
as we continue to watch some of the consolations going on, and we'll get Josh to talk to Raheem Bonnet coming up, and then we'll get him to talk to Brother Martin head coach and maybe one of the top Brother Martin wrestlers as well, because there's been so many good performances here today.
Yep, this looks like just a couple of consolations left.
Yep. So right now, we'll go to
Testing.
Hey, Josh, with Raheem Bonnet. Go ahead, Josh. Take it away.
All right, so I'm here with Raheem Bonnet. How do you feel?
Good, great.
Good. So a big win today, Raheem Bonnet. He's got a big old pin in the finals against Ethan Castex. Very impressive from the Shaw program that's been turning it around all season. What do you want to say?
Yeah, we really been grinding it all season, really working hard in the room. My coach Brandon Stearns, he's been doing a wonderful job.
Good. So yeah, he placed last year our second, and then the year before that fourth. But Raheem's turned it on this year, beating Ethan Castex, again, a phenomenal wrestler and no scrub. And what are you looking forward towards the state tournament?
I'm hoping to get the first seed. If not, it doesn't really matter, you know. Still gonna take the dub.
All right, sounds good. Raheem Bonnet down here. Shaw beat Ethan Castex in the finals, and it's Josh Tapp reporting.
All right, Josh, thank you. And we'll get the winning head coach as well coming up shortly. And look forward to that. Raheem Bonnet, obviously, in great shape to be an individual champion again. It's not a foregone conclusion, but it's going to be tough to beat him in Bossier City.
I would say, I mean, as long as, unforeseen circumstances aside, he is strong, athletic, and stays in good position and knows how to wrestle. So, yeah, you do not see a lot of weaknesses that you could exploit in his game.
No doubt. And we'll see if we can get the winning head coach and see if we can get get Kyle West as well. So Greg, obviously good showing here for Brother Martin. No surprise, right?
No. Brother Martin is the premier team at this tournament, no doubt. I'm actually surprised. Obviously, we've been talking all day about how surprising Shaw is. And then obviously, I've been surprised at Holy Cross. Holy Cross has really come on here. And, they finished second at the Louisiana Classic, and they're doing well here.
All right. So with that, we're going to get Josh in position one more time, as he's going to be able to talk to the victorious head coach. So right now we're going to send it down to Joshua Tapia. Josh, take it away.
All right, here Josh Tapia again with another winning coach right here. Coach Nicola winning the Catholic League Championship. Anything you want to say, Coach, to the people? First tournament, Catholic League out the way?
Just real proud of the effort that the guys have had this whole week. We had the best week of practice since I've been the head coach at Brother Martin. And we got out early a little bit every single day this week because the guys' effort's been incredible. So I'm really excited for this next 2 weeks. Get down to state.
Oh yeah, it's been pretty exciting here all year round. Just kind of watching Coach Nicola taking over for the program, and we'll be watching. And very impressive wins today here at the finals. Kyle West, Ethan Castex kind of fell short, but what are you looking to work on for the state tournament?
We just, Castex's match in particular, it's a position that he's very familiar with. Maybe tried to rush something and didn't stick to the technique that he's got. So we just got a few things to tweak and fix positions. Our lungs are there. Our minds are there. We just got to show up in Bossier City.
All right, sounds good. All right, Coach, good luck to you. You have a good one, all right?
Okay, thanks, Josh, and appreciate that. We'll see if we can get one more wrestler and try to get Kyle West or even Alex Duncan or one of the Brother Martin wrestlers. We'll see if we can do that and talk to them as well. So as we continue to keep you posted on things, Brother Martin 250.5 points, Holy Cross 187, Jesuit 164, the top three teams as we speak. And Craig, as we wait for Josh to get, you can get Kyle West to be fine. As we wait for that, Kyle's coming over. Division 2, what do you expect? North DeSoto, Turlings Catholic, Shaw, what do you think?
Yeah, North DeSoto has some really good kids. Turlings Catholic, the defending state champs, I believe. You got no, you can't ever count those guys out. And obviously Shaw looks like they have a chance. With their, if they can get 14 kids into the tournament and have some guys do some things. So it looks like definitely could be a three-way race and exciting more than just in Division I.
Yeah, I think so. I want to ask you about Division III too, but we're going to do that in just a moment. But right now, we're going to head back down to Joshua Tapia, who's got Kyle West, a 220-pound champion at Brother Martin. Take it away, Josh. Go right ahead.
All right, I'm here with Kyle West, another winning coach over here. It feels like I'm at a dual meet over here with Brother Martin. Anything you want to say, Kyle West, after a big pin on the finals?
I've been struggling this year at the beginning, but I think this tournament's really like coming together of what I could do, showing really just how I've just where I've been coming back to.
Yeah. Well, he's got some teammates down here that are always pushing him. He kind of started off slow, but Kyle West turning on, and he's ready for the state tournament. Placed second last year, fourth in his sophomore year, and looking to capture a senior state title. What do you want to say about that?
Just we'll see what happens when we get to the state tournament. I've been working every day, just improving every day.
Yeah, good. Well, good luck, Kyle, at the state tournament. You have a good one, all right?
All right, thanks to Kyle West. Some guys handle that camera really well. Some need some more experience, right? It's just one of those things, right?
I know. You're right. You sometimes, so you always know exactly what you should have said right after they turn the camera off. Obviously, that's a credit to you, Ken, and Ed, and what you guys do for a living. Yeah, it's not as easy as it looks.
All right, so let's talk about Division III. Basile, defending champion a year ago. What are we expecting this year in Division III?
Obviously, Basile, tough. I believe De La Salle is they beat Rummel in a dual meet here this past Wednesday. So obviously they're coming on. St. Louis out of Lake Charles always has a solid group. I think they're pretty good too. So another one of those situations where a lot of times in those smaller divisions, the team with 14 kids, you get all 14 kids in the weight class that can pull out a win. That's really the team to beat.
All right, you watched what transpired today. You've been watching your program at St. Paul's. How would you handicap St. Paul's Brother Martin matchup in state?
I think Brother Martin has to be listed as the favorite. They've finished ahead of St. Paul's in two major tournaments where both teams were involved. However, there's just an exciting Holy Cross Jesuit
match and a
Jesuit
consolation. It's a tie match here, consolation.
So, again, Brother Martin has the experience. Wow. So, as you know, with the state meet this year, it seems like there are so many individual wild cards that can throw a monkey wrench into the two teams. With the East Ascension having a few good kids and all those different kids in Division I that are just real tough. Catholic High, the Kelly kid is real tough. So there's just all these what I consider to be wild cards. So I think it's definitely going to come down to, as you said, who can wrestle back and who has the mental toughness to overcome adversity and finish strong.
That's a great win for Yates Hoffman at the buzzer over Bo Verdon in a third-place match. Among the bigs there, it was fun to watch because, again, that's the kind of matches that decide championships right there. When you see what just transpired, it's not a championship match, but it's points for a team, makes all the difference in the world. All right, let's get some final thoughts about what we witnessed here today. Joshua, first of all, no surprise, Brother Martin wins, and anything that stood out in your mind?
Oh, yeah, microphone problems. But, just looking back at the whole tournament, Mason Mascot obviously has to get conditioned. Kyle West cranked it up here right before the state tournament. And, Castex just really has to turn it back around. I mean, he won the Classic, and then to lose to here, I know he's Division II opponent, but you can't give that up. I mean, especially if you're trying to be a dominant wrestler in the state. So, Coach.
Right. No, I agree. I think everybody's got to contribute to win a state title as a team. And I was impressed with Holy Cross. They again, when I walked in, Shaw kind of had a little lead on. Jesuit was ahead of them, and they finished strong.
And I know St. Paul's is not here. One more thing before we get out of here. Yep. I know St. Paul's is not here, but they're definitely a factor in the state tournament. They have a lot of guys that can contend to place really high, and that's going to obviously be a factor in the state tournament for Brother Martin.
Absolutely. I would put them in as the number 2 seed, the number 2 team going in.
Yeah.
Should be fun. Bossier City will be there with full coverage for CrescentCitySports.com in a couple of weeks. Guys, it's been a pleasure. I hope you enjoy this.
Definitely, like always.
Thank you, Ken. It was great.
All right. I want to thank Chip and Matt Merritt for a job well done of making this happen today for CrescentCitySports.com. Our thanks to Yale College Inn, to Riverlands Insurance, to Gills Bar, and to Lamarck Ford for making this possible as well. Thanks to Lenny Van Gilder for his hard work. Also, and of course, as mentioned, we'll have full coverage of the state meet in Bossier City in 2 weeks. Now, from Jesuit High School, this is Ken Trahan saying thanks for joining us and be a good sport. God bless you one and all. We are rounding third and heading home. So long.
In third place at 100.